So let's talk about legendaries again. I'm sure you guys have heard this everywhere because everybody's like, what are they doing? But I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to, voice my opinion on how I feel about legendaries right now and what I think they should do with them. Legendaries are going to be changing a little bit, and 7.2, there's going to be. It's interesting because it's going to give you a better chance of getting an off-spec legendary, and it also is going to let you target a legendary, kind of. So how this is going to work is there's going to be a vendor, and you're supposed to be getting items, whatever these items are going to be. They're going to grind the items, and it doesn't matter the name. It's just an item. It's like an Apex crystal. You're going to be grinding an item, and once you get X amount of items, you're able to buy a slot, whether it's a head, chest, waist, whatever. And you're going to open that item, and it's going to give random stats or whatever it is, but it also has a chance to upgrade. I don't know if it has a chance to Titan Forge. I'd imagine probably. But it's going to have a chance to upgrade, and that item could upgrade to a legendary. So you can almost... And well, this is what everybody's going to use it for, is targeting legendaries, right? Unless you got you're super unlucky and you just haven't had a chance to upgrade maybe a ring. Maybe you'll try it on that. But most people are going to use it for targeting legendaries, which is okay. I kind of is what it is, but whatever. Now, how you're going to be able to get legendaries in your off-spec a lot easier, so I'm on my mage right now, and it's only level 101, and I'm arcane. I know, arcane, what are you doing? But this mage right now has a chance to get arcane legendaries, and when I get 110, I could even get legendaries before that, but usually it's when you're 110. The first legendary you get is very fast, so when you make a new character, you're going to get a legendary very fast. The second one, it's supposed to be faster, but it's all RNG based. But the first one is definitely way quicker than the normal. Now, if I was to switch specs into Frost at the moment, or let's say I was on my Havoc Demon Hunter and I switched to my tanking spec, I would get a chance to get that first legendary super fast because I changed specs. Now, here's the thing. If you got a utility legendary, a legendary that works in both specs, which that's the thing that a lot of people have and don't want, your chance of getting that first legendary is the same as if you had, 2 or 3 legendaries, if you have 2 utility legendaries, because it counts for both specs. So, that sucks. It's like, I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, because I have 2 utility legendaries, and it's like, I want some legendaries on my tanking spec, but just unfortunately it's not happening because I don't want to waste a charge pretty much on my bad luck protection bonus, whatever that is. So I don't want to switch over and get a legendary, and I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta wait for this long because I'm still waiting for the shoulders and the waist on my Havoc Demon Hunter. I really want those 2 legendaries, so I don't want to waste a legendary chance. So, that's just the way it is. Now, what do I think they should do with legendaries? I think they should take them out of the game. I really do. They're causing so many problems. They're causing so much RNG. Come on. You know what I mean? Their legendaries aren't legendary the way they used to be. You know what I mean? I would much rather the game, drop blues everywhere and the legendary system is a epic system. I'd rather that because, it wouldn't really change anything, honestly. But, what I'm saying is legendaries used to mean something, and now they're just, they're like Hearthstone legendaries. They're everywhere. They really don't mean anything. When I think of legendaries, I think of, the Warglaives from Illidan or, Shadowmourne from ICC. Those are legendaries that I'm like, oh man, if you had those, that was absolutely amazing. I know this is going to sound weird, but I honestly like the way the ring and the cape legendaries worked a lot better than the system. because, you know, you could get those and, you know, it wasn't a dire situation of, oh crap, I didn't get my best in slot legendary. Now someone that has an alt that has that best in slot is doing more DPS than me because of those 2 legendaries they have. And that's the case for a lot of specs. Just it is the way it is. And then the AP, let's talk about AP for a little bit. The AP system, when you're looking at the new proc and things like that, you know, they're trying to talk about, well, the proc is going to be now skill-based because only the good players are going to be saving their cooldowns for when the proc happens. And it's like, you know, a lot of classes can't do that. Havoc Demon Hunter, when my cooldowns come off cooldown, they are being used. I can't save them for, you know, a certain situation. I can't save Nemesis. Nemesis has to be up when Nemesis is up. And when Nemesis is up, I need to be popping my cooldowns, right? So it just doesn't make sense. You know, I don't like the RNG, and I feel that these legendaries are so RNG. And why not, if you're making it a certain way that we can target legendaries, why not give us a token system where if we get a legendary token drop, we can pick which legendary we want? If I was able to pick the 4 legendaries I wanted, it would be amazing, because I have 4 legendaries right now and 2 of them I do not want. I don't think that's correct. I think being able to pick your best in slot legendaries first is amazing. I think that's absolutely amazing. And then after I pick my best in slot legendary, I get to choose my next best in slot legendary. And then after that, I can start going down the list, and guess what? Then we have some items that we can be switching up on certain fights, because now I'm like, hey, you know, I got the Demon Hunter ring, I got the Demon Hunter shoulders, I have the Demon Hunter waist. What could I add in? Let's do the Demon Hunter, let's do the trinket. And then all of a sudden, well, this fight I'm using this item, this fight I'm using that item, this fight I'm using this item, this fight. Now the legendary system starts to work the way Blizzard wanted it to work, right? Because the way they wanted it to work is they wanted legendaries to be kind of an item that you switched in and out. And honestly, if they can make it like a separate talent system where it was like talents where you can just switch between every fight, I think they would, right? Because that's kind of what they wanted. They wanted you to be able to interchange these items, not have that dead set best in slot. And honestly, there are a lot of fights where I would switch out a lot of different legendaries if I had the legendaries I wanted, which I don't, so I can't switch them out. Kind of weird. Alright, so just wanted to talk about some legendaries today, and it's weird, you know. I honestly just would rather not even have the system completely. And I said, like, you know, turn them into blues and epics. That would be the same problem, obviously. But the main thing that I'm trying to get at is just, you know, legendaries do not feel legendary anymore. They feel cool when you get them, but it's like a yes, I got a oh, that one. I didn't want that one. And I don't think that's the way a legendary item should be. I think when you get a legendary item, it should always be amazing. So, and it is what it is. Alright, guys. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, do what you need to do. Let me know what you think about the legendary system coming up in 7.2. I like the fact that you'll be able to target it, but what if you don't get it? Like, what if you spend all those points that you grinded and you didn't get it, and then all of a sudden, like, you go into a dungeon and you get an item that you didn't want? You know, does that bad luck protection scale on? I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. It's like, do you do a bunch of stuff and then, like, all right, here we go, and then just blow all your points into the one of them that you want? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Is what it is. Good thing. I tried to end this video a couple times. A good thing to have is probably enchanting, right? Because you're going to be getting so many epics that you probably don't want. So you're just like, DE, 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 DE. Make some money. Who knows? All right. This time I'm out of here. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.